Okay. So today I'm going to be very fast with this workshop because it's a very difficult workshop as it is. Let me bring myself. So it's a very difficult class. I usually consider this the most difficult class because it is very difficult कि एक class में one journaling session I can bring up change into you. Journaling is a process. It takes months, weeks and hours. Niranjan, I have sent a message to everyone. I messaged post people who have joined after 6. It's okay. So it's going to be a great journey today. It's usually one of my toughest classes because to bring a positive change in someone in just one day, maybe 1.5 hours is very, very tough. But I trust that you all people are coming with the right intention, are coming with this beautiful energy, and we should be able to do this. So, couple of things that I want you to be ready with is a paper and a pen. Of course, that's a very pre-mandate you'll need in this. This is all practical. यहाँ कोई ज्ञान नहीं होगा. It's all practical. Second, I want all of you to carry a glass of water because you know how important hydration is for soul flow. So, let me share with you first our very first rule of this organization today, of this workshop today. It is to be proactive. There is no other rule that I'm expecting out of you apart from is that you have to be very active throughout this. We are going to do a lot of hands-on activity. No gyan, nothing ki this can be done in the future. We are going to act on it right now. So you have to be very proactive. That's the only rule that you have in this class today. Apart from this, I also want you to be very responsive in terms of what are the changes you want to be, because ye workshop, you are doing it for you. It is not as if somebody has forced you. I have forced you to come into it. Your parents have forced you. No one. This is something you are doing completely out of choice because you realize that there is a certain area in your life that you need help with. There is something that you want to change in. My duty today is to bring forward that change that you want to bring in yourself and to help you with this. So let's start. First of all, is there anybody who doesn't know who is this person talking on screen? Comment in I if you don't know who I am, because then only I will get through the intro. I hope most of you know me because these are not the new people that I've gotten. I'm sure all of you know me, right? Anybody doesn't know me, type in I. I am not going to waste at all time about me this time. Every workshop in the beginning, we start with talking about what is soul flow, what is the context. We talk about context, we talk about understanding, we talk about this. But in this workshop, there is only one thing that is important to me here today. That is, who are you? It is, I am here to talk about you are. Who are you? So before that, quick chat. Let's have your names in the chat, guys. Drop in your names. Where are you from? I am Seema Taparia from Mumbai. I am Sanchari from Delhi. I am Niranjan from Kerala. Where are you guys from? Let me know in the chat.
So I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Meghna Narayanan, who's here. So 2 years ago, during the lockdown of 2020, when I started Soulflow classes, she was one of my first students to join in. Remember, I've been telling you about the first batch, started first 3 students for free, and then slowly people came in. I had a first batch. She was part of that very first elite batch. I want to give a big shout out to her. She's coming back to Soulflow class after nearly 2 years.
Good to have I had to come back.
Beautiful. Now that you've started, I know. How has been your art journey after that? Were you able to be consistent? Were you drawing consistently after that? Have you made any?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Actually, I think I was this lateral entry for the first batch because I think there were some 10 or 15 people who had joined and the first class was over. I had come across Niranjan's one Instagram post of Vidhan Sauda of Bangalore, which so I immediately texted him and I'm like, in case you're conducting something, I'll join it. Then he's like, yeah, but sadly I've already started it. One class is over, but I think you can cope up. So it was like a lateral entry for me. But from then, I think me and Niranjan have been like constantly having this thing of art. It's really great.
Thank you for joining this. I know Niranjan finds it very happy. We gets very happy when any of his old students or somebody from the first batch, like Soulflow is basically divided into BS and AS, before Sanchari and after Sanchari. So he loves it when somebody from the BS station comes in, BS part comes in. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually,
That
everybody
sounds
from
wrong when you
the
say someone BS comes in.
yeah, actually, everybody from the our first batch. I think everybody have other than me, everybody have started their own art journeys on Instagram and have been like taking big orders and doing well.
Appy,
So I
you are
think
talking
Niranjan,
about Appy. I know you are talking about Appy. She's done just
yeah, Manoj,
classes.
everyone, yeah,
Crazy. We are going to start this. By the end of this today, I am sure you are going to get inspired to start your something of your own again. That is the
yeah, yeah, definitely, yes.
So, guys, let me tell you a little bit about it. How many of you have joined the last journaling summit or have done a journaling workshop with me? Can you type in I? Then I can customize it according to it. If there is anybody who's joined the last August journaling summit, brilliant. That's even better if you haven't joined, because then I can do it. Shilpi is from Dharamshala. I am coming to Dharamshala next week. We can meet.
Sure, you're welcome.
Me and
Would
Niranjan,
love
he
to
has never
host you.
seen McLeodganj and Dharamshala. We are coming. So I'll get in touch with you, Shilpi, regarding some plans that I had.
Sure, definitely.
So cool. So let's start this. Today's version is all going to about who are you. In the August batch, we finished our August batch recently. The August batch, I was doing it more about hobbies. I was doing it more about building habits, stacking habits. This month's theme, as you have all known, September theme is about mental health and me time. I am a person who is very, very conscious about their mental health. I have been in depression for a very long time, and it was during this that I realized that the only true friend that I really could depend on was the journal, because it was non-judgmental. It was like a huge deal for me to start a journal, and it has really helped me. So all across this month, I'm going to take you towards when September starts. In fact, September is a very special month because it's my birthday month as well. And over the past 2 years, every birthday I have reset my life. I will share a little bit about the journey as we go on how I reset myself, but a little bit about this journaling summit. This journaling summit, I say that there are 8 classes, but eventually we end up doing much more than that, because each class I unlock a new dimension into you. So today I will be just giving you today is going to be more about fun. I'm going to play some games with you that are going to help you with your mental health. But overall, when we start this summit, that is next Friday on 3rd, we will start with what kind of journal suits you best. I'm going to help you customize a journal. I'm also going to give you my own version of a journal, that is an ebook that you can take it out in there. We also do sleep meditation. This is something that happens last thing that you do. So unlike other workshops, it's not an evening workshop, it's a night workshop. I encourage people to take this right before they sleep. So this would be class 1 and 2. Tuesday we'll be doing habit trackers, we'll be doing sleep meditations. We are going to cover the big 7 of journaling. So journaling in general, there are a lot of different journals nowadays. I'll teach you more in the next classes. Bullet journaling, art journaling, junk journaling. But the big 7 things that I believe them are planning an idle day. How many people here today planned their idle day? I'd ask you to write down on a piece of paper your average day. What do you do from morning to night? How many people have done that? Sure, nobody's done it, but guys, go. I will be this entire week. Oh, chat me. Somebody, people are saying Debani has done it. Nidhi, great.
I've done.
Beautiful. In the next part of the session, I'm going to ask you to bring out your day and improve in it very well. So this entire week till Friday, when the summit happens, you're still going to be part of the group. I'm going to keep you very proactive, because journaling is all about activity, initiative, and taking steps. I cannot come and journal on your behalf. So we have to do it. So we will be playing all of this today. So today we will be covering the 4th part, because like I said, one day I cannot show a change, but I can really show and uplift your mood and understand this relationship that you have between you and your journal. So class 2, we will be do affirmations. I'll be teaching you so if you notice, the first thing that I do every morning, or Niranjan does every morning, is say our affirmations. Affirmations are absolute magical words, and I will take you towards building it and making sure that they come true. Then I'll be teaching you how to do goal mapping. Goal mapping is essentially a smart goal mapping where I'll teach you how to make weekly, daily, monthly goals and also how to achieve them. So this is the class you need to answer if you have problems like yaar main exercise nahi kar pa raha, I don't have time for kids, I don't have time for working out. This is the class you'll be getting changing for. Class both will be about habit tracking, and habit tracking is a habit that has completely changed my life. Next 1 week we will be doing this together, and you'll see in just 1 week if you do this what a change it can bring in. I will be teaching you about habit stacking and 1% rules as well. Class 5 will be about art and gratitude and very special meditations. Class 6 will be how to vent, express, and use your journal. How to use your journal as your emotional punch bag. And I know a lot of you people will be facing this issue. And class 7, let's keep it as a surprise. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I'll share with you when we get into it. So the first question I'd asked you today is, who are you? So let's go and start answering that question, because there's a conversation you really need to have with yourself, and we will start with what's in you. So the very, very first question that I want all of you to answer is, why are you here? This is a question I start with every of my workshop, and most of you have attended some of my workshops have got used to this. Why are you here? This essentially means is there is a purpose and an intention. But just 1 minute, I'm adjusting my camera. As in, are you seeking productivity? There are lots of reasons to start up journaling. One reason could be that it was only 49 rupees and I thought, let me take it, why not? But on a serious note, what is it that are you seeking? Are you seeking productivity? Are you seeking mental health? Career goal? Don't write it here. I'll give you where I want you all to write it, because this is the board that I'm going to keep permanently with me. Let me share this with you. 1 second. What is it? Give it yourself a thought. Try to make it a statement. First of all, it might be your first response will be, I want to change myself. But think deeply, what kind of change do you want? And why do you feel like there is a need for a change? Do you want to be on time more? Do you want to be able to spend more time with your family? Give me an answer that is more specific. Think about it. Think about it. Don't give me the answer yet. I'll share, I'll tell you where to put the answer. Vanita, okay. So I am sharing with you a board, and this is a complete anonymous board. So you can absolutely write your own answers into this. What is that one change that you want to bring in? So I've dropped it's a board there. You can just put in your anonymous answers in it. This will help me also build a more better class for you, so that you can see. We'll go with the majority ones. Click on it and you will open a board,
What's the
and you can
question?
type.
Can you tell, please?
Why are you here? Why have you joined this workshop today? What is it that has brought you to this workshop today? Why do you want to start building a change? मतलब ऐसा क्या है? Was your life not going fine already? ऐसा क्या हो रहा था that you made, that compelled you कि let me, I want to start a change, I want to do something, I want to bring in a more better change into me? What is it? I have some answers on the board already. Let's share. So productivity, life organized, learn something new, discipline in life, self-expression, healing, purpose of life, consistency, emotions. So one answer that I see is sort of missing is physical fitness के लिए तो you have, you can go to a gym, you can start working out, you can take a cult fit subscription. But what do we do to keep our mind safe? Nobody is writing that I want to have, more peace of mind or just better. सबको organize करना है, tight schedule, allocate. So one person has written they want to be stress free, depressed, goals. Right, healing. So I love your answers, guys. Park your answers and write it on this right now. Write this reason why you are here right now. To bring in discipline into life. So all of these things that you are telling me today, we are actually going to get all of this simultaneously. So this is what reads on my first page of my diary. I want to upgrade my depression to the one that creates starry nights. So I, of course, have a vision board also on mine. I'll take you through that journey. So this first statement is this vision. Why are you here? Now let's talk a little bit about ourselves. Okay. So take a page, divide it into 4 quadrants. Write you. Okay. Here you write, who am I according to yourself? Who are you? And here you will write your different roles that you have. I am a mother. Here you will write things about yourself that defines you. Okay. Don't write about what others think. Here will be what your friends think about you. This is a tough question to answer because I don't know. You probably will think, मुझे क्या पता मेरे दोस्त मेरे बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं. The third is, what are your roles? You might be a mother, you might be a son, you might be a brother, you might be a sister. What are the different roles that you have in your life? And the fourth quadrant is, who do I want to be? Excuse me, my pen is not working. Give me 1 second. Who do I want to be? Okay. Now, how do we answer these questions? Okay. Why are yourself? So, do you define the qualities that you think bring out to you? For example, for Niranjan, his biggest identity is what? Being an artist. Okay. What is your biggest identity and all? Are you a good listener? Yes, Nidhi, it is yourself. What do people? We'll go in it one by one. Don't worry. And I'm telling you first and foremost today, this is going to be a very speeded up workshop. You might have trouble catching up, which is why we will give you the recording. You can go back and watch it on your own speed. So what is it that defines you? Are you a speaker? Are you a leader?
Sansari, 1 minute. I'm keeping everyone on mute, okay?
Yeah.
Holding everyone on mute. You have to unmute though. You have to unmute.
Are you a good friend? Are you a good worker? Are you good at work? Are you good at office? What is it? Define these things. Have this conversation. Who am I? I don't know why today the entire universe is working against me. None of my pens are working. Leader. You might be a good listener. You might be a very creative person. Go as many words as you can put into this. Who am I? What is this? Okay. Give the words, and it necessarily doesn't have to be, all of them don't have to be positive. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is 100% good. I am, for example, procrastinator. I will not do anything till the last minute. Niranjan, on the other hand, is a planner who needs answers. Ekdam pehle se hi, Sanchari, what is happening in October? What is this? I'm like, yeah, last mein dekhenge, chodo na. We'll see it in the end. So what kind of a person are you? Define your qualities. And the bad part of it. It just has to be brutally honest. Honesty. Have you defined it? So when you join this bigger part of the workshop, I'll be also taking you towards, towards something called the 16 personality test. How many people already know their personalities? If you know your MBTI, your 16 personalities, comment below in the chat. ENFJ, ENFP, what are you? If you know it, that is. That is, I will be teaching you that as well. I'll give it to you in the grip. You are an INTP. It's a very great job. So I am basically helping you build something like this. This is for my online one, and by the way, I use this on my LinkedIn also, and it was of great help. I am going to build something like this today. What we are doing right now, but abhi hum rough mein kar rahe hain. So basically, who are you? What is it? Here I've written strength and all. It's an MBA model, but for you it is who is yourself. Okay. Now the next part is what are your friends? What do your friends think of you? Matlab, try to think what is it that your friends would probably say about you when you are not in the room. Will they say, "Yeah, ye kitna khata hai? He is the most hungry one in the group." Or will they say, "Sanchari is the best listener of them all"? Everyone I know calls me the mummy of the group. So be honest with this. What is it? Are you the person who people think will never return their money? Are you the person they can call at 4 a.m.? Who is it? And by the way, if you are not able to answer this question right now, if you are not able to get this question today, go back and ask your friends. There's no shame in asking your friends why are they friends for? क्यों पाल रहे हो उनको if you can't ask these questions to them? So go and ask them, why is it that, what is it that is the best thing about me, or what is the worst quality? Trust me, guys, you will find this very, some of the results might really shock you. You might think of you that I'm a very shy person, but your friends might think that you're the wildest person in the group. So what do your friends think of? Of course, here not only friends, you can include what your parents ka to chhod do. Parents think of this. What do your relatives think about you? Or what do your colleagues think about you? Or what do your students think of you? You can choose one of this as well. Okay. Next is, what are the various roles you play? And here I don't mean that you just put on roles like the obvious ones, like of course mother, sister. Those are the obvious roles. Think beyond that. Think beyond the small roles. For example, in your friends group, if you go on a trip, you might be the finance person in the group. You might be the finance helper in the group. Okay, what are your roles in that particular group or the social circles in your company, in your office? You might be the one who is the crisis manager. So the first part of these will be your personal roles that you do all throughout the day. These are more of your vocational or career roles. If you are into sports, if you play a certain game, then you will have another role into this. Okay. And the next is the most last one. After seeing all these three, I've written it on a very small paper. I immediately regretted I should have done it on a bigger paper. But let's do it. The last part is, who do you want to be? What are those qualities that you wish everybody says? So one way to answer this question is, I personally ask, it might be a little condescending, but the answer is, if you were to die today, what do you want people to say about you behind your back? Ki are yaar, bichari mar gayi, she was such a nice person. She was the smartest person we knew. She was the person you could rely on. She was the most loyal person. What are the qualities that you want to be associated with? Niranjan, what are three words that you want to be associated with? What kind of a person do you want to be? Are you there?
I was reflecting upon the same. Okay, so I want people.
First is, you should become the best boyfriend in the world. This is what should be in your agenda. You should be known as the best boyfriend, best fiance, and best husband in the world.
What?
Hello?
Yeah. I'm also reflecting upon the same thing. I'll come back with a good answer in some time.
I'm telling you, your aim in life should be to the best fiance in the world. That should be your aim. So anyways, think of this. See, it's a difficult answer to answer. After such a long time, you people are having these conversations with yourself. Have it. Give it yourself time. Who do I want to be? I want to be known when people go away. I want people to say that Sanchari was the nicest person to me. She was a kind person. For me, a very important word is kind. I know I'm smart. I know I'm very intelligent. I have a very super IQ, 200 plus IQ and all. I want to be known as kind, nice. I want to be known as resourceful. I want to be known as a sustainable person who is, believing in environment. I want to be known as minimalist. Okay, if you are done with all the 4 quadrants, type in 4. If you are done with it, and please, there's no hurry or something. This is an exercise. You're having a conversation with yourself. After this, also, we'll continue doing this. Don't limit yourself to this workshop. Yes. Okay, a lot of people have done it. Let's move ahead with who are we. So one very big method that I'm going to teach you right now, some of them Debani etc. are in our masterclass, so they have done this method. The best way to know yourself, I'm going to teach you right now. Of course, the best way to know each other and know yourself is to look at a mirror. But if mirror is not helpful, we also have a technical solution for you. This is the quiz that you can take. It is called the 16 personalities quiz. According to this, the entire gambit of people can be divided into 16 type of people based on whether they are introverts, whether they are extroverts. This quiz will really take you in terms of a journey, as in you will be able to introspect about yourself a lot. Niranjan, can you please drop the link here? I'll only drop the link in the WhatsApp group. So take this quiz.
I'll share it. I'll share it. 16personalities.com. To continue.
So after this workshop, you can, go in, take this quiz, give yourself time. You would not believe it. I just came back from a Goa trip, and this is the same question. I was playing this game with my friends. I asked them, and none of them could answer, even though we were sitting in a room full of friends. Then I made them take this test, and they were able to gauge into a personality. More than anything, this will give you words to go with. For example,
I've shared the link in the WhatsApp group as well. Same.
Thank you. So I am a protagonist. That gave me a lot of words to understand what are the personality that makes me, define me, changing people mind. See, for one thing is I can really persuade and inspire people. And if you know me personally, you will agree with this, right? I'm a very good communicator. I'm inspiring. I'm incredibly persuasive, right? So these are the things that I got them in there. So this is a short test that I want you to take, and I want you to write all this about yourself, okay, in this first page of the journal that we are doing. So have a conversation with me. So do you feel like you know yourself better, guys? Tell me a yes if you know yourself better right now. If you feel like you had this good conversation and you already know yourself better. Okay. Only one person is able to know themselves better. Yes. I always say this, and I say this like a mantra to myself on the worst days, on the days when my mental health is worst, I'm not able to give up. I say, if I cannot love myself, how can anybody else love me? Okay? Which brings me to the next part of this. How many of you are over worriers? Who will over worry a lot? काफी स्ट्रेस रहता है. People like thinking, अरे यार, what is going on? I'm not able to do this. If I attend this class, this will happen. If I say this to him, and over worriers. Let's see over worriers. Mayank is a bit. So today I'm going to teach you how to become from a worrier to a warrior. Simple है ना, एक letter change किया and you can become a warrior and do it. It's so simple. But let's do this in a simpler way. First things, I want you to make a small jar. Now, Niranjan is the artist, I'm not the artist, but I just want you to make a jar. Like a gullak. This looks like in traditional gullak, right? You can make a gullak. No fancy piggy bags, gullak. You can make a pot like this. This, my friend, this tool is called jar of worries. Okay, and it's sealed, it's tightly sealed. Okay, so nothing, if once it goes in, I cannot take out anything out of this gullak. So let's see what goes inside. Inside goes in your darkest and deepest thoughts. What you know is your biggest worry. For example, my one of my worries is it might be death, might be something seriously like death, or it might be like extremely silly like mine. I lost my phone recently, and I keep worrying now. Every time I go, I lose my phone again. I'm just citing it. My worries are much deeper than this. My biggest worry is I will never lose weight. I will always be fat. So that is my biggest worry. It might be something like hair loss. It might be I will never get married again. Sorry.
And when you're doing this, you need to be really honest with yourself. You need to
Yes,
be really
Mayank,
honest with yourself.
absolutely. One of my worries is I will fail in maths.
So one of my great worries is that I'll go broke.
My biggest worry is I will go back to corporate and I'll be sitting, I'll become a corporate slave again. Put on all your worries and be brutally honest. This is a sheet that nobody can see. This is a place, it is your completely, I am not asking you to share your answers with me. I am also not telling you my most honest answers. And Niranjan, please don't say that your biggest worry is that you will grow broke. Your biggest worry is you will lose your abs, six-pack abs.
I already don't have it.
Biggest when it
For
fill
me,
this
10
jar
kilos
if you have to. If you are an overthinker like me, you might need multiple jars. That is also okay. One very big fear that I ask people and they tell me is that they will die without doing something significant.
Sansari, I'm a little offended here. Your worry does not include losing me.
That is never going to happen. No, that is why I'm never scared out of it. Good save, Sanchari. Good save. Okay, sorry. My, my jar of worries, I'm writing the most obvious ones. These are to no na pollution. My jar of worries is also sometimes that broccoli will be very expensive. So all your stupid worries that others might say they are stupid, write them down here. This is your personal thing. People might say, "Ye koi worry hai kya?" I know a lot of people have told me that they have a worry that COVID might happen again. That's a very valid worry. Here nobody is saying tera. I know when you share your worries with friends, lot of friends say, "Arey yaar, ye to kuch nahi, you are overthinking." How many times has this happened when you try to vent out to a friend, when you try to share it with, tell somebody, they say, "Arey don't over worry, sab theek ho jayega." Yes or no? Do you face that? Or are my friends only like this who keep telling me, "Arey sab ho jayega, sab theek ho jayega"? It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. You are worrying without reason. Right? So fill this up with your jar, and once your jar is filled, you can give me a thumbs up. Fill it. इसको एकदम सब लिख दो. अपनी जितनी worries है ना, उस सबको लिख दो. Most of my friends at this point of time have only one worry, that they will die single. Very valid worry to have also. You can write that as well. When you finish your worries, do it. Don't worry, I'm waiting for you. Write all your worries. भर के अंदर से जितना है ना वो सब भर दो. Your business will fail. A very big fear is that parents, passing away of parents is a big fear. You can write that as well. Ekdam fill kar do. Fill this gullak and know that once all this is filled, nothing is going out of it. These worries are safe inside a box. और मैं तुमको सच बताऊं, when you write all this in front of you, when you write all your worries in front of you, I do this very often. My jar of worries comes out to me a lot. When I put this into this, it really puts in perspective to me that, hey, I'm just over worrying. These can be done, you know. Some of these worries I can just take out right now. So do this, guys. Okay. Now let's look at what can we do with these worries. What is it that we can do that will help cure these worries? So little drawing exercise again. I want you to make this time. Oh God, it looks like a deflated potato, but what I am making is basically a remote with a lot of buttons you can put. Guys, what does a remote do? What does a remote do? Tell me. I'm looking for a word. No, what does a remote do? Yes, Dikshita Mayank, it controls. So the next thing is, what can I control? What are the things that you can actually control? Can you control what your friends think about you? Can you control? No. Can you control how you see people? Can you control if somebody tells you, and this is a case that most of the adults in this group will be having, you might be getting into a lot of confrontations with your parents now. As we grow older, it's more difficult to understand them. There might be a lot of arguments. Please type in I if you relate to this. I want to see that how many people relate to this concept also. As you grow up, you have these confrontational issues with your partners, with your parents. They just don't see eye to eye. You might be saying, "Arey yaar, FD is not the best system." They'll be like, "Nahi, fixed deposit karo. This is there." They have these strict way. Can you change the thoughts that they have? No. But you can change the way you react. Correct? Okay. Now, what are the, and this will also make you realize that there are a lot of things you can actually change about yourself as well. For example, if you are worrying about मेरा hair loss नहीं हो रहा, मेरा weight loss नहीं हो रहा, मेरा ये नहीं हो रहा, can you change your lifestyle? That's up to you, right? Okay. You can't change how your probably boss treats you or how your office work treats you, on how things are, how your colleagues treat you. But can you change the effort you put into work? Sorry, I'm writing you should put I. Yes or no? It is up to you, right? How much effort you will put into a certain thing, how much effort you can do it, it's up to you. Okay. Next. What all the other things you can change, guys? Give me suggestions. What can you change? What can you not change? What can you change? A lot of people say, I can't change overthinking. Do you think overthinking can be controlled or not controlled? Tell me. Environment. Perfect. This is the answer I wanted. Okay. So the very first thing that you can change is your attitude. That is completely up to you. Your attitude cannot be changed. It can be changed through somebody. Your environment. Yes. You don't like a set of friends. You feel like your friends are toxic. Move out of it. In the 4th class, I teach you how to build a new environment, how to build a micro environment around you that you can control anytime. Attitude. You can change your actions. You can change your reactions. A lot of people tell me that their major stress is going broke. Like Niranjan said that I have a thought of I'm going broke. I cannot control that thought. But can I control my spending habits? Yes, I can control my spending habits. Here I want to know how many people are in a Swiggy addiction, guys. And be honest, I am in a Swiggy Zomato addiction. Like it's become just so easy to order and to do it. I find myself ordering. I used to find myself ordering a lot. So if you are into this Swiggy habit, if you are into this, you can control it, right? And here, when I talk about spending habits, guys, do not only talk about spending habits in terms of money. Time. How much time are you spending on useless things like social media? Like, I'm not saying it's useless, but how much time are you wasting around doing things that you probably could use better? So one thing you can control is your social media time. And again, guys, this is a very personal thing you can fill in. For example, your personal issue might be that your friends take you too much for granted. So there you can control your boundaries. Married people in the house, this is very important. A lot of people tell me ki married in general also, yaar, he said this to me, they treat me. Trust me, people treat you the way you let them treat, and it's a very hard truth bomb you need to hear. If you have boundaries, people cannot treat you a certain way. If I start screaming at you right now, if I give you, call you a loser, you have an option to cut the call and leave, right? Because you don't want to hear it, you have boundaries. That's the similar. Don't let people tell you anything that is there, okay? And a very important thing I was looking for the word here. Nobody has mentioned this word with what you can control. Let me tell you. Which is why this journaling ka core is there. The biggest thing you can control is self-talk. Do you know what is self-talk? Self-talk is the communication you have with yourself. It is when you say, "Arey yaar, tujhse to ye nahi ho payega, you are useless. Look what you have done again." Self-talk is something you can control. You can every day wake up in the morning and have a pep talk for yourself. Remember, jab we met, what was Kareena Kapoor's thing? "Main apni favorite hu." Become your bloody favorite. Become your favorite and have a nice self-talk with yourself. If you are, the entire world is against us, guys. Everybody is criticizing us. Do you want yourself to criticize as well? Have a very positive self-talk with you. No wonder, no matter what bad crap is happening in your life, everything is going bad. Have a nice talk with yourself and say that, "Nahi yaar, you are doing fine, Sanchari. There's nothing that you're not doing good. Go ahead. Get it done. Get it done stuff." Okay? So can we move on? How do you feel, guys? Tell me your expression now. It is very important to be able to express yourself. So tell me in one word, how do you feel right now? And be honest. Yahan honesty ke alawa there's no scope. Tell me if you feel a little motivated. Tell me if you feel like you need to understand yourself more. Even if you feel demotivated, what is it that you feel right now? And if some of you are over worriers, please, in towards the end of the class, you can ask me and talk to me about how do you go through this entire cycle of having worry. I'll give you a template that I use to curb my thoughts. So let's make you feel a little bit more better. I told you the theme of this September is going to be all about mental health and self-care. So if you have a quick pen and like a scale or something next to you, it would be really cool. How many people have, Shubham will do this. Very nice question. I'll explain you how to do this later. So let's play a game called Bingo. Have you guys played Bingo before? Bingo is a very popular game we used to play. So the concept of bingo is you have to make a big square and then divide it into 5 into 5, 25 squares. Chalo, no wonder Shilpi, today is your first bingo game. So traditionally they put random numbers into this. We will put something else into this. Just make it roughly, guys. If you don't have a pen and paper, just make it rough. I'm going to encourage you all to make this into yes, Mayank, do this. So I'm going to ask you all to do this in fair eventually. But right now, just make this here. We are playing one of my favorite games. And every month before I start my entire planning, before I start it, this is the first thing that I do. Self-care bingo. So here in these 25 squares, I want you to write what is it that makes you happy? Okay, what are these things that make you happy? And please refrain from saying things like spending time with family. This is something you are doing every day eventually. Do those things occasionally that you probably don't get time to do it, but you would, that always make you feel. Keep this box empty, the center one, and fill all of it. For example, taking a nice warm shower always makes me feel infinite times better.
Me, on the other hand, is a cold shower person. I like taking ice cold baths.
What is it? But then you do that every day. Don't you want like a special treat? You have a bathtub in your house, like a special bathtub and a soak. Would you wanted it?
I think that's a waste of time. At least for me, I think that's a waste of time.
That's okay. To personally finish one book in a sitting. These are all personal things. Maybe for you, your hobby could be catch up with a very old friend. Here you can mention your friend also. I'll mention Manisha. Okay. Play with puppies. Can you think of other things? Maybe cook something special. What else? What else? What is it that always makes you feel? A chumpy always makes me feel very good. You know what a chumpy is? It's like a good head massage with oil, where you fill your head with complete oil and then just sit down and wait. One of my self cares is always so I lost my mom couple of years back, and I was very lucky to find Niranjan's mom, who's like a more mom to me than to Niranjan now. So Amma's handmade food. For you, it might be mom's food or something. Chocolates. Clean my cupboard. It sounds like it's a very big task to do, but once we do it, we feel so good. Just having a clean cupboard. Maza aa gaya. Plant something. Shopping. Not for me. I'm not a very big shopping. Gives me more pressure than actually putting it shopping. Oh, for me, it could be visiting a stationery shop. Ice cream. You can suggest in the chat box, guys, if there is anything that I'm missing, if there is any activity that we should add into this. I started discovering this. Listen to the 90s song. Like all those, 80s and 90s songs. These make me very happy. Bole Churiya era. I've written that Dikshita actually. Gardening. Plant something. Ride. Yes, go on a ride. Take a big walk. Could be anything. Take up a craft.
I know one thing that you
Take
like
up
that
a
you haven't
soul flow
mentioned
class.
here. You like spending time with Heisenberg.
Pets. Now I've written that. Play with puppies.
Okay.
Take up a soul flow class. Think of all these things that make you happy. Come on, guys. It shouldn't be
Yeah, anything.
to
See,
think about.
I'll tell you what I like.
Garden. Wow, I forgot meditation. Yes.
I like cold showers. I like reading, of course. I get a lot of contentment when I am learning something. That always makes me very happy.
Learning.
I enjoy exercising.
Class.
So yes, whatever works for you. I love cycling. Long cycling rides are my flip. I love them. It's been a long time since I've done.
Mayank can all
Yes, Mayank, you can. Mayank wants to. I'll give you permission to.
Yeah.
And
Instead of music, you can write something like playlist. Right? Create a nice playlist for myself.
you can unmute and ask your doubt, Mayank.
Like I had a doubt, should I write like playing games on laptop, because sometimes it gives me a lot of stress and sometimes I feel, oh yes, I won in the game. Yeah, it is
Probably you could
50-50.
write unwind a game and all, but I see games is something that you will do it anyways. Nobody is stopping you. At the end of the day, you'll come and do it. Try to write things that you don't do normal days pe, but if you know if you do it, it will give you a lot of things. You can write games in ek aadh mein, to you can of course fill your this with it, write games in it.
Thank you.
Okay. So now when you are done with this entire square and the center of me is me, one thing, that one answer that I was looking for from all of you, and nobody has answered this question, let me answer it for you, is ask for help. So many times we never ask for help from people. Ki yaar, I am suffering. I am being sad. Just talk to me for a while. You all have friends, partners, relatives. Why do you always, why there are some, we don't have this inbuilt into us. Ki yaar, help maang lete hai. Ask for help is the best thing you can do for your self-care. It doesn't make you codependent. It doesn't make you weak. It just makes you you just believe in people more. Okay. One thing is also there, probably some of you have mentioned, is religious texts, probably going to a temple, going to this, probably getting back into it. Then it could be for me flowers, pizza. Stress eating always makes everyone feel better, right? And something in the last one, I'm not able to think of anything. Watched a rom-com. Okay? So now the objective of this is, this self-care bingo is, it has 25 things in it. So you can also make a smaller one, say like a 4 to 416 or a date party is a good one, man. So what I want you to do is, whenever you are upset, whenever you are, feel bleh, just look back to this page of the journal and try to get one thing done. Maybe today when you are upset, when the low days, when you are feeling absolutely low, those particular days in a month, you can just look up to it and see what can I do it. Your goal is that within, probably you can set a target in 1 month, in 2 months I will be teaching target and goal setting in the next classes. You can probably cross off, I have done 5 things, and the objective is to make a whole 5 like this. One goes like this, one goes like that, one comes like this. So you have to make these bingos ones with this. Got it? And this one is left blank because you can choose any hobby into this, so it's easier for you to cross out. Type in bingo if you enjoyed this activity and you can't wait to implement this.
The Bani wants
have a
you
glass
to
of water.
Sanchari Shilpi here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know, why do you want to cross these grid squares? Is it how we play bingo, or is
It's
it
how
that
you play
after?
bingo. So whenever you are feeling low, you have to pick up an activity from this. Next time you are like, mujhe Netflix karna hai, I want to do Netflix. Instead of choosing Netflix, you can take a warm shower. So this one is done. You can cross it. Okay.
Okay,
Next
cool.
time you have done, like, you think like I should do another, you are probably overthinking, you can feel yourself having an attack, panic attack, you're getting into the zone. You look at this and you're like, what is the most easiest thing I can do? Let me take a chumpy cut. Okay.
Wow.
Then probably call up a friend, clean my cupboard. Once this is done, one row is done. Bingo. Got it? This is how bingo will work. So by the end that you have finished all these bingos, you've cross marked all of this, you've done all this, you can just make a cross and you will have a whole set of things to do. Bingo. Nice method, no? It's a fun game you are playing with yourself at the way it's getting doing it. Now, with self-care bingo, it doesn't have to just limit to self-care. How many people hate doing house chores? You hate it absolutely. Like bartan dhona, yaar, cupboard saaf karna. How many of you do not like it? It's the least like favorite part of yours. Niranjan, be honest and write me in the chat.
Yeah, of course.
So you people can do a house chores bingo. You can give yourself a box like this, where each box could be something like clean my table, clean, give my, wash my old clothes, take the TV, wipe the TV, dusting. You can make it for your tasks as well. Just the idea is that whatever you resent or whatever it is that you are not able to spend enough time with, make it into a game and it will just get more fun. With this, I want all of you to drink some water. We are almost 1 hour into it. Yes, my automatic water meter in body goes down. Drink water. Okay. So let's go on to the next one. Now we are going to play another fun game. This is going to be very introspective game for you. It's sort of graphical. So I'm not going to do a lot of habit building or the productivity building and all that today, because all those require again efforts. It has to be done over a long period of time. I will be starting with some habit trackers and I'll show you how it is done. But today we will do this. So I would want you to take your page like this, okay? One line goes down and one goes here. Okay. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, this is your lower axis. Now, I want you to think back. Okay, socho apna. See, for me, it is very easy to think back because I know exactly what I was doing on this day 8 years back, thanks to my journaling. But for you all who don't journal, you might have to think, what was the most significant event in January that happened for you? And here you have a scale from 10 to 1. So if it was a very sad event, like somebody passed away or something happened, you give it a score of 1. If it is something extremely happy, you give it a score of 10. Understood? For example, let's do August. So in August, Soul Flow turned 2. That was a very big milestone for me. So I'll give it some score of like 8. And I'll write Soul Flow turned 2. Okay? So similar thing I want all of you to put in. What is that? So let's start with January. What was the most significant event or thing that happened to you during the month of January? सोचना पड़ रहा है ना, you're having to think what happened, what was I doing in January? That's the thing of journaling as well. Oh, sorry, my Soul Flow Turn 2 was not my biggest event. My 10 on 10 event was my Goa trip with girls. Sorry. My Goa trip with girls was a 10 on 10. Sorry, Niranjan. Okay, Shubham. So basically, you have to write January May. This is a scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have to write what was the most significant event. If it was very sad, it's a 10. If it was happy, if it's sad, it's 1. If it's happy, it's a 10. If it's middle, it's a neutral thing. Maybe January, mera, what is my last one? See, this is my last year's, this one. So this is something you can do, have a weight, whatever is the biggest thing. This year, my January, what was I doing? Yes. January, I had hit my goal weight. That was 659 kilos. So I can add that one. Or January, I can give myself a 10 also, because this was the first New Year me and Niranjan were together. Started New Year on a good note. Choose one event also, okay? Don't get all confused like me. Choose one event. February, my major event was I got back, I finished my finance degree. Guys, just like you, I struggle with my finances. Till last year, I realized that I need to grip onto my finances. I went and I took up a financial literacy class and with adults, and I actually learned how to take care of my finances. So finance degree. March might be another very big event. I got to meet somebody, XYZ. I'm just writing the XYZs now. April. So when you define these events, when you join them, and can anybody unmute and tell me what does this graph show? What is it that I'm trying to tell you through this exercise of recollecting your year? Anybody? What is it that this actually, shows? Why am I doing this? Achievements is there. You can unmute and tell me. Growth.
Happiness.
Absolutely, Parag. And thank you for joining. I didn't know you were part of this workshop. Thank you. It shows that your life is all about ups and downs. If there is a down, there is an up as well. If there is an up, there is a down as well. So when you make something like this, when you have right in front of your perspective like this, at your lowest of days, and when you feel like, Arey yaar, I cannot pick myself up from here, you will realize that in your last year also the month ऐसा ही था. I had COVID twice last year. My entire memory loss, so much happened, but yet I was able to pick myself up, right? So this is how it works. I have made one for me here. And at my lowest time, I remember that if it goes down, it also goes up. Okay? Chalo. That's the moral of this story, guys. Not every cloud has a silver lining. So make one for this. Give yourself a very good thought. I am not expecting ye abhi ban jayega. Even I am making it in rough. Go back home and sit. Recollect your entire year. How many people are finding it very difficult to think what had happened in January? Type in I, comment in I. Be honest, tell me it's big difficult for you to think January में क्या किया था. मुझे तो ये भी याद नहीं what I did in the last week. How can I recollect January? Does it happen to you?
Sanchari, can I say something?
Shilpi, right?
Shilpi here.
Yeah, Shilpi, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I actually I maintain a log of a day, that what was the most important thing that I did today. So from that I could relate one thing, that I visited a very old fort in January, or that there was a lit fest in Dharamshala in the month of March. So that can I add those things to the highs, like the 10 pointers, or the worst thing that I was stuck down by COVID? Can we make this graph that ways?
I would say, like, you will have a lot of things that have happened in a month. Think of the most one significant. That is the
Okay.
difficult part also. You have to pick up
Yes.
one significant. Either it could be like a lowest, like mera breakup ho gaya, I lost somebody. That could be the lowest. Or the highest peak could be, maybe somebody recognized me somewhere and all. It's a very personal thing, but choose the most significant. Like if you had limited memory box and you could choose only 12 memories in a year, which of the 12 memories would you do?
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Beautiful, Nidhi. That's so nice. I understand the loss, how it happens. In fact, I took up journaling very seriously after mom passed away itself, because I started realizing that I don't have any control over my life. I could just completely let it go and just mourn and, go into the grief period. To come back from that grief period and to get my life into organization that's why I started.
Sanchari, I have a question. Devani.
Please ask, please.
Sanchari, what if in some month you just have nothing very specific? Everything is very flat. Nothing, neither anything good, neither anything
So,
bad.
Vaga, I ate a nice pizza. Give it a 5 and say you have eaten a nice pizza. Something to
Okay.
must have happened 1 month mein.
And dusri question is, what if in the same month you have two very extreme incidents? How do you note that? Should
Pick
you?
one. That's the tough part. Pick one. Which one is if you had to choose one of them, which would it be? You've seen the movie Inside Out. There is all these memories get processed. Your brain processes them. Choose one.
Either the happiest or the saddest.
Yeah. Whatever had a more impact on you. Sometimes, of course, mostly it is grief has a bigger impact on us than happiness does. So you will probably choose the grief one.
Okay.
And I also suggest that put little bits of downs in your graphs as well, not just all ups and ups. So I'm going to show you a little bit about my journaling now, and I'll tell you a little bit about motivate you why journaling I started. I am of course a lover of aesthetic and stationery. I love creating things and all. But why I started was I went through a very bad breakup. My memory had gone. Lot of things were happening. Sorry, memory came late. Memory loss came later. Sorry. I was going through a very bad relationship. I was going through a lot of stuff. And I decided let's start building myself more healthier. And that's how this journey started. I started building up these calendars. I would write down, start doing it.
And guys, don't get worried looking at Sansari's journal spread. Oh my God, this is a lot of work, like so beautiful. And that you see my journal, it's just simple text that I have written on a
I'll show
notepad.
you my simple journal also, guys. It's not that you have to keep something so attractive. This is just because this is my art. I mean, just like Niranjan has pen illustration, this is my art. You would not maintain it. I even keep a entry for what plants am I planting because I'm into gardening, which is the day I've planted and all. Then if this is called junk journaling, when it doesn't have to have an aim, you just write things you like. This one spread I particularly love the most. It's called the What Went Well. So it's a very simple spread to keep. All you do is, and I'm teaching it to you right now, is divide a sheet into 30 parts. Now you can do it by this method, the one I have done by dividing a sheet, or you can even make simple squares. Recently, when I went to, where is my other journal? So many journals I'm also having. Recently, when I went to Goa, I wanted to keep a track on what went well for me. And Goa, I did it in the form of Polaroid cameras. See, you can put up like Polaroid camera, like an Instagram shots, or do it, or you can just make something like, if you are a creative person, that is, if you're just a straight person, you can just write 1, 2, 3 and 30th and note it down. I'm giving the ideas for the ones who want to put it to it. You could have a 30 clouds, and on each cloud you can write what went well on that day. And this is a very good mental frame setting exercise, because at the end of the day I have to think कि कुछ तो अच्छा हुआ ही है. No matter how much the day bad, I will find a joy in something like, chalo, if nothing worked, I woke up on time. Something as simple as this. And this in result turns out as gratitude. So there are days when again I feel very low and I do it, but when I sit to write these, what went, and you will see there are days I have also not filled. I'm also not a very honest person who fills every day. I also skip. Then I also keep something like what didn't go really well, so I can build myself better. This is of course the gardening thing I was saying. This is how I keep my finances. Right now I shifted to a more sophisticated system, but this is how I would keep. Every month I decide to go on a theme and all. Dikshita, honestly, I don't recommend them because I have never found a journal like you talking about those Alicia Souza journals and those really nice journals that come out. I have experimented a lot with them. I haven't found any journal that really goes the way customized that I have done. I will suggest one journal that I use. It's called the One Journal Only. That I have found very practical. Otherwise, mostly if you see the price of these journals, they're very expensive and the result is not worth it. I'll suggest कि make your own thing and do it. But of course, if you are not a very creative person, ये सब headache लग रहा है, तो it's best to do that. So see, guys, I have a February reflections page. So this is why I know exactly what was happening during this month. This is a habit tracker. We'll do it in the 3rd week, habit trackers and all checklist. So whenever I go on a journey, I also make a list of that. March was the month of hills. I had gone to March. So then I also make my food planner. I make all these, everything I go, I journal so that I remember, and you will realize why this has come out very handy to me as well. Habits and all this, because let me get April khatam hi nahi ho raha. April was a very big month because COVID happened. And if you guys know about my story, you know that I lost my memory during COVID, and that's where I became so obsessed with memories. I realized I have to write everything in it. And this is such a good way, because when I met Niranjan, this my entire account of a day. I can tell you exactly the day I had met Soulflow for the first time. See, I started a Skillshare. I attended a class by a very nice teacher. He's so cute, yaar. I have written all this. Why does this art teacher took classes with Niranjan, then a water class. So all of this I have written in. I have a ready picture of it ready. And now if I ever lose my journal, just like notebook, Niranjan would have to probably give me one. Dikshita's here, so she recognizes this is from the Sattvic movement when I started doing yoga. When I started writing, this was when I said, nahi yaar, ab kuch serious karna, I have to do serious something with my life. So I did a weight planner. I lost about 20 kilos during this journey just by tracking my weight, etc. This is my intermittent fasting tracker, and this is my when do I wake up in the morning. So morning tracker versus an intermittent fasting tracker. This is a meal planner. This was May. See, this is again something I'm going to help you build in the first week itself. We are going to build a monthly planner like this, where I'm teaching you how these color codes and all these make sense. Then this is a daily planner. These are formats that I've tried. This is a habit tracker that I track for my exercises. What will I do on Monday? How much calories will I burn? This is again writing. Nowadays, I don't write so much. I barely get time to write in it. This is again an exercise workout related to it. Okay, so don't go by my colors again, guys. I'm just trying to show you how every month I have maintained this. I'm not trying to impress you with the color. You will also notice things like egg on here is written here, which is my me time. If I don't look after myself, if I don't write things like today Sanchari put hair, egg on your hair, or today go for a facial. There is even a mark for movie night and date nights here. If I have a friend date with my friends, it's written here. Everything I write it so I don't forget. Skincare, gardening, all of it, this is given here. Okay. And now I'll come to an important, so now that you are left with all awe and awe, I'm going to also tell you how to get the perfect unwind. How many people ka one of the goals is to wake up on time every day? Type in I if waking up on time is a big goal. I'm sure it is. Most people ka goal hota hai waking up on time. So do you know the secret behind waking up on time? What is that one secret? Come closer, guys. I'll tell you the secret. Nobody, I took a lot of workshops to learn this secret. Come closer, I'll tell you. The secret is you don't have to make a plan to wake up early. You have to make a plan to sleep on time. Everybody has these 5 a.m. clubs and all of them. They'll say wake up in the morning in time. But the important part is soge na time pe. If you keep doing Netflix till night 2 a.m., how will you wake up in the morning? So the first part of sleeping, going to sleep on time, waking up in time is sleeping there. So I will be teaching you how to do these perfect unwinds also. We'll do a small sleep meditation. Today I asked you to write your ordinary day, right? In the end, we will tell you how to convert your ordinary day into an extraordinary day. Okay. This is my September. This was my birthday month. So I don't have that journal right now in which the last to last September was. I'd shared a picture. Exactly 1 year before this September, this is last year 2021 September, 2020 September, I decided that Sanchu, get up and change. Now people will be like, why birthdays? You can start New Year resolution and all that. I personally believe birthday is like, I have made one complete revolution around the sun and now I can change my life again. So 2020 September, I decided to change myself. I started a lot of new habits, including journaling seriously, exercising, and from 20 to 21, what happened, those changes, I'll show you in just 1 minute. But I'll tell you what happened between 21 and 22. 2020, this September, I was with Niranjan. We had celebrated my birthday together. And I came back immediately because I wanted to start my month with a bang. So I started doing this ideal day. I wrote my ideal day. I make a lot of plans on what I want to do in my birthday this year, what are the changes I want to do, how my birthday has been, how this last year has done. I reflect a lot. I started building these changes, that these are the physical and mental changes that I want to bring into myself. As a result, in 1 year, I have grown from an unemployed person to a full-time entrepreneur who has her own journaling class, who has her own business workshop. I have a very good revenue. I have a very good revenue of lakhs coming up right now. I know how to save myself. I'll share what are the 3 goals I also achieved. So this entire 1 year has been a huge journey for me. I have grown up immensely using these habit trackers, using all this. And now another year is starting and I just can't wait. This is my meal planner, by the way, guys. Meal planning is also part of this. Devani, you remember you made this wave of Kanakave yesterday? I made it into a wave of mindfulness. So I wanted to get quit of the Netflix habit. I decided every night I just pop up in front of a screen and spend hours doing Netflix. I decided that I would use that time to either do art or read. It changed my quality of life drastically. So this is pretty much, this was how this year after September, this diary ended, and so many things had happened, but so many goals I've been able to. Now when I look back, so on my birthday, I will go completely off grid. Even if you're trying to wish me, you won't be able to, because I'll just sit and write on how my entire year was. Starting from January, how this entire month I've read. These are all things I'll teach you in the journal. how to make, what are the wish lists, what are the things I've achieved this year in terms of habits, in terms of skills, in terms of health, and in terms of personal relationships. All of this I'm going to teach. Smart goals is a very big part of the workshop. We'll do a small smart goals in this end today itself. This is my daily planner. I know exactly from Monday, Tuesday, what I have to eat, what I have to draw. It's very restrictive. It's very restrictive in terms like I don't have a lot of freedom to do things outside and all, but it's very favorable in terms of I don't have to, even if I miss something, I know how to get back in shape right next. So some of you who might be trying to start a business or do it, I have proper days planned. Monday is my shooting day when I shoot videos. Tuesday is when I content the schedule, when I schedule and make the post. Wednesday is all about communicating. That's the day when I message, interact, check all your 1,000, 2,000 pending messages. Thursday is decluttering. That entire day I will declutter my phone, I will declutter my emails, I will declutter everything. Friday, I keep it only for voracious reading, like I will choose an afternoon and read. Saturday, Sunday, I spend in the weekend workshops. I don't have time. Apart from that, I have a house chore decided. I will arrange my clothes on Monday because I wash clothes on Sundays. So Sunday, I do the laundry. Monday, I arrange them. Tuesday, I clean my room. Wednesday, I clean my kitchen. Thursday, I clean my washrooms. Friday, outside ghar ke kaam like getting marketing, shopping, all that. Saturday is kitchen. So every day I have one particular item or an agenda to do. And this exact spread I'll help you create in the third week. It's a third class, sorry. Very easy to do. All I need from you is some Amazon paper, some Amazon wrapping paper. I will teach you how to do this as well. This is my exercise planner. This is my art planner. What to plan, what to post. Okay. So this is again a daily planner and all this. This is my reflections. November was all about yellow. I tried to do women. See, I had dengue this time. So I already also made this a part of this. This was my lowest thing. My 21-day workout plan, my habit tracker. These look very attractive, but they are very simple. Okay, don't go by the looks and part. The main part is how to do this. This I'll be teaching you again. Reading is an hobby that I'm still trying to conquer this year. I was a person who used to read 9,900 books a year till 2017. Then I did not read at all. I'm trying to shift back to reading habits. This is something that we are going to take up together as well. So this is enough. This is the goal that I wanted to see. These are my major 3 goals that I set for this year, 2021. So 21 goals in 21 was I wanted to learn I wanted to get a finance degree, a finance knowledge. So I joined something called Be Your Own Lakshmi, where they taught me financial things like, trust me, I was a person who did not know the difference between credit versus debit, despite being from an IIM. But it's never too late to learn, and I learned it. Goal 2 was to learn Malayalam. Now I'm learning Malayalam. I have actually classes planned every day. Every other day. So I make it a plan to study some Malayalam every day. Yoga, like this is my planner basically. So yoga, when to do have salads. Malayalam is mentioned here. Okay? Niranjan, you are doing my work. Next thing I'm going to build is this only. I was hyping them, giving them an inspiration that what is it to look forward to do. So I'm very proud of this, guys. Wouldn't you feel proud if by the end of 1 year you have a whole year in your logs made? Right? This is Dikshita. You've already seen this. I think this is my yoga journal, my consistency.
One of the things that I want to tell you is that it is 100% possible to change, to transform. Transformation is 100% possible. If you had known me 2 years ago, and probably Sansari 2 years ago, and you see us, then you would know that we were very different people than we are now. And one of the things that the problem is that a lot of us come with this belief system that we cannot change, I'm just this way. And that's this thing that
it's too late to change.
It's too late to change. Like, what are your excuses? Like it's genetics. Like you keep inventing new excuses. And the thing is, things can change.
And that's exactly what we are going to do in the next section. So first of all, I showed you very, very nice.
Mayank has a question. Sorry.
Yep.
Do we get the recordings of this?
Yes, you will get the recording of this.
Absolutely.
All right. So let me show you a very minimal journal I have. This might answer your Shilpa, your first question, right? And here it is. This is basically the other journal. This is called the One Journal, I think. Yeah. So Tiny Wins, Tiny Change Planner is there. This is the one I use for mostly work related stuff because, of course, I also found it very difficult to kind of every day make those monthly spreads. So Beach Mein I shifted onto this one here. All of this is pre-mentioned. You don't have to get through this ki aaj kya banau, aaj kya karu. And here I have divided into categories: soul flow, myself, home, workout, and RRR is, I think, I don't know what is RRR. RR is future goals. So I've written all of this there. You can do this. So this is how I keep my work life, my personal life separate, because I've made categories here: soul flow, myself, home, workout, food. 5 most biggest things that I want to change in my life. These are the categories I've put into it. Yeah, Mayank, sure. This is how I plan. So soul flow, personal. Whenever something happens, this is how I have to do. This is how I have to get it do. So this is, if you are not feeling up to it, कि मैं अपना क्या बनाऊं, how to do this, you can just plan something like this. It's a very great, this journal is perfect for entrepreneurs and people who are trying to get into a better method of noting down things. I'll be sharing all these links here. Okay. Chalo, ab kafi I have spoken. Let's drink some more water and let's start on to the next activities. So I have taught you a lot about de-stressing activities, how to build on it. Let's do one practical one on habit stacking. Just 1 second, guys. I'm looking for something. Give me 1 minute. Have some water till then. And also, by the way, if you are to join me for the workshop, if you are going to join me for the bigger entire September pursuit, you will be getting access to this journal that I have made, in which all these things that I taught you today, that I'm asking you to do, why are you here, it's like an activity book. You will get access to this. You can just take a printout and you can do all this with them. All the things that I'm teaching you here, you can make it into an aesthetic version of this. So be it your goal planning, be it your gratitude journal or your daily journals, your wellness journal, this is a journal I've designed. Very soon I'm planning to take a printer or sell it as a physical book. But the thing is, with journals, the cost of the book increases a lot when it comes into printing. And I don't want people to bear these costs. I want it to be cheap. So I was like, I'll share the ebook with people. They can just take a printout. So you'll be getting this journal, and this is exactly what we'll be following through this entire thing. Dikshita, first, though, I live with my dad only. Dad doesn't see a lot of stuff. So there's not a privacy thing at all. I don't think Niranjan will ever look at my journals unless I ask him explicitly to look. So for me, the privacy has not really worked for an issue, but probably I can understand why it is there. You just have to lock it up or keep it somewhere safe. Okay, so tell me, guys, now I'm giving you an option because I had planned I'll do one of these activities. So do you want to do habit tracking or do you want to know how to do your goal tracking? Which ones do you want to do, habits or goals? Do you want to work with goals right now or habits? Comment in and we will do that. I have only time for one activity. So
For a lot of people, they're building certain habits are their goals.
Goals is the main. Okay, goals. Comment in. I'm waiting for a couple of more answers. Let's see, habits or goals. And Niranjan has absolutely said it very correct. What is the difference between a goal and a habit? Nobody asked. Goals are more big time objects. Like, I want to get a new job. Habits are more like subah uthe ke brush karna hai mujhe. So small goals are bigger versions. Habits are smaller. I'm so bad at maths, I'm not even able to count which one wins. Which one wins, Niranjan? Habits or goals? Can you give me a
goals? Goals. Based on my observation, it's goals. Wait. I see a lot of habits also.
You know, whenever it comes to numbers, I'm just blank. Number दिखते ही मेरा हालत खराब हो जाता है. I was discussing on that IM group also that
Let's 1 minute. Just give me a minute. I'll just launch a poll right now. Okay.
Oh, I think there's a poll already here, right?
There is a poll. No, I am not able to get access. I think you can. You have. Just launch a poll. A left or a.
Hey,
You
that's
have.
just too much effort, Niranjan. Niranjan gets all into this analytic mode. Let's just have a quick goal into it. Goals, habits, which ones? Okay, goals wins. Goals
Goals
wins.
wins. Yeah, it's the goals that are winning.
All of them want to be gold diggers. Cool. Let's be a gold digger today. This is one of my favorite exercises. Like people, their jaws drop at the end of this exercises. I'm not exaggerating. It's going to be a lot of fun. So पहले तो go एकदम crazy, okay? Write in as many goals as you can. It could be as hypothetical. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be I want to get married this year. As many goals as you can. जितने सोच पा रहे हो, जो भी try to divide it into the 5 categories. Personal, try to think at least one of each. Personal, professional, finance, health, and relationships. Try to pick up at least one goal for all of this. Personal goals might be something like I want to write a book. I want to, visit some country. It's a very personal goal that nobody, that you want to work on. It's in your time. It could be I want to start a new company also. It could be anything. A very personal goal you could build. Just write it as it is. Professional is, of course, how is professional different from finance? Finance might be to save a certain amount of money, to invest a certain set of amount of money. Professional is to reach a certain stage in your career. This might be getting a new job, getting a new promotion, or just about being better at work. Health, what is health ka goal. Relationships might be, to have, if you are already having a very healthy relationship with your partner, and say it could be like probably go on a vacation together, or probably take up an activity together, or it could be with your parents as well, that I want to spend more time with my parents. I want to take my parents to a, foreign trip, or I might want to spend some time with my partner. Write your goals. Right now, go as broad as you can. We will be doing this much in depth in our bigger summit, but right now just go with this. I'll tell you what to do with it next. एक दो goals ही cover करेंगे आज. I think I'll cover a little bit of habits also if we get time. Now we define these goals, okay? Goals को अब हम smart goals में convert करेंगे. So what are smart goals? SMART. Anybody knows about SMART goals? Who is the smart person out there and can tell me what are SMART goals? Manasa knows. What are SMART goals? Can you tell me what is the S for SMART? Great. Mansa has got it. So the first S is for specific. What does specific mean? If your goal for health was supposedly, I want one of you to unmute. Tell me what was your goal. Mansa, maybe you can only tell me what was your goal. Unmute and tell me any one of your personal, health, professional, any goal.
Okay. So I have a professional goal. Moving to program manager into an MNC for a 15 lakh CTC. Yeah.
You want to be a program manager in an MNC?
For a 15L.
So
I like how specific it is.
So first of all, I chose a very wrong volunteer for this. Only Mansa has given me a perfect answer itself. So I chose a very wrong person to do it. Somebody else, I'll tell you later. I'll come back to you, Mansa, later. Somebody else wants to go with their goal?
I'll share, Sanchari. For my health, I want to learn Shirshasana.
Learn Shirshasana. Beautiful. I also learned it last time. Can you do a Chakrasana right now?
No, I can't do anything right now.
It's actually a very nice goal to have. Shirshasana karungi, and this is good. I could do it before this. Now I can no longer do. I've gained weight. I'll try to do it again. Okay. So let's define this goal. Okay. So first of all, her goal is also pretty specific. If your goal for some of you is lose weight, or it is, you people are giving me good answers, I'll have to invent it. If it is like lose weight, or professionally it could be get a better job, or financially it is save money, you have to define it very specific. So for example, for her it is very specific. She wants to learn Shirshasana. Hers is very specific. So you have to be as specific as you can. If you want to say, if your goal is, say, I want to start a new business in 2022, be specific. What business is it? Here you have to go ekdam atomic. What does atomic mean? Break down into as many sets. Keep asking why, what, till you have a very basic statement. So for example, if you say, I want to get healthy, ask yourself, why do you want to get healthy? You want to lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? Because you want to look good. What does looking good mean to you? It means I'm being able to fit into this black dress. That is a specific goal. So for example, if you had told me that I want to do yoga, that's not a very specific goal. You have a goal in mind that I want to do Shirshasana, that's a specific goal. Are you guys getting this? Be as specific as you can. Don't as much atomic as you can. I want to do this. Second part is measurable. What measurable means is that it should have a certain quantity assured. Can you measure a Shirshasana? Of course, if you're doing a headstand, you can do measurable. But for example, the other one we had, project manager in an MNC earning this kind of money. Is that measurable? Of course, that's measurable because she's attested a certain amount of money into this. So it's measurable. She can see that this is my goal, how much it's going towards. If you have like, I want to lose 10 kilos in 5 months, you can measure it. कि इस बार मैंने इतना किया है. So include a number into it. So for example, for you, it would be learn Shirshasana by some certain amount of time. So that it's measured. You can do a progress with it. Okay. A is attainable. Now attainable is a little attainable, and the R is realistic. So these both are a little bit of contradictory. But almost same. I'll tell you why. Attainable means if you have a history of already achieving something like this, and you can do it. For example, if she's saying she wants to do a Shirshasana, she should at least know how to do Surya Namaskar, right? Basics aana chahiye. If somebody tells me right now I want to become a robot, it's attainable, but socho na khud, achanak se suddenly you can't build a robot. You have to have a past history that you have made it. If I say today that I'll show you my SMART goals also. This was done in the date of 28th November 2021. We have already surpassed this goal. Mine was 10K students by 2023. We've done it 2022. So attainable का है कि तुम्हारी past history क्या बता रही है. If you want to get a job of say 25 lakhs, तुम्हारी अभी job तो currently 10 की होनी चाहिए ना, 15 का होना चाहिए ना. You can't just switch from 0 to there. So attainable is a degree. See if your thing is attainable. If not, you can decrease the amount of pressure you are putting on yourself. कि नहीं चलो I'll decrease it into a little bit less. ठीक है? Realistic is more about the future. Attainable is what is your past record. Realistic is future, and here it might be subjective. Some of you might say ki arey, I can build a rocket ship in 1 year. I can do that. I will say arey, you can't do that. But this is something for you to consider and think, is it a realistic goal? For example, in an MNC 50, it's a realistic goal. Why not? Why can't you do that? Okay. But I have 10,000 students now, and I go and claim that I want 1 lakh students in these 2 months. Realistic? No. So time period is very achievable. So fix your time period according to this. So for example, Shavasana, she can't do it in 10 days, right? Minimum 1 month. So then it becomes realistic. Last one is also very close.
Not Shavasana, Shirshasana.
Shirshasana.
Shavasana, we do it every night.
Yeah, Shavasana, I'm an expert at Shavasana. So time bound means give yourself a limit. So when you said that you want to become an MNC or you might have another goal, give yourself this by X, by the end of this year, by the end of this month, by the end of whatever it is. So for example, if your goal was, I want to spend time with my family, doesn't work. It has to be specific. Who in your family do you want to spend time with, and what is your definition of spending time? So you will build up something like, I want to go on a vacation with my partner. Okay? Measurable, yes, of course you can measure how to do it, but you can add a budget to it. I want to go on a vacation with my partner within the budget of 50,000, 40,000. Attainable, of course, you might have gone to a trip with partner. Realistic, is 40,000 a figure realistic for a trip? Yeah, 40,000 I think I can manage by saving this, by not buying too much clothes and all this. Is it time bound? I will go on a vacation by the end of this year. Are you guys getting this, guys? This is very important to understand here right now. If there is one portion of the SMART goals you're not understanding, tell me. Okay? Now that this is done, let's do something called manifestation, which will help us manifest this plan and get us there. My notebook is almost over, but okay, I'll use these little spaces here. A very good time bound to keep is next birthday. I always start with this only, next birthday. What is it that I'm going to do next birthday? So that is one method you can start. So now I want you to visualize these goals. One of my favorite visualization exercises is, of course, mountains. Especially if you are choosing a vacation theme one, this will work the most for you. You can make mountains on it and you can set up these flags that can take towards your goals. So there are two ways to do it. One is, these all can be individual goals that you have. Probably one can be financial, one can be personal, one can be mental, one can be all this. Or you can also use this as a method to get through your goals. So what is the very first step that you need to do? For example, for that MNC thing, what is the first thing that you can do? Update on your LinkedIn profile, right? So the first flag could be something as small as update LinkedIn. Probably another one could be make CV, start applying, learn some skills, or ask for referrals, things like that, and you will get there. For Shirshasana and all, see, if you give me more examples, I would have been able to help you guys. You're not giving examples, so I have to take the same old examples. So for Shirshasana, the first will be every day I'll wake up and do 15 minutes of yoga. I will do my front forward bends. I will take an advanced workshop. What?
Often, one of the best ways to reach a goal or any goal that you want is consult a person who's already achieved that, who's already done that.
Yes.
Right? And there, I mean, the communication is the easiest thing right now in the world. You can reach out to anyone you want, and you can always, there are things you can learn just as you came here.
Absolutely.
So that's the best way, right?
Very
my personal anecdote is when I wanted to reach a particular level in my fitness. So back then, my goal is that I needed to have a 6-pack abs. So, you know, I immediately went to a gym and I signed up. I paid up, hired a trainer. So that's the most obvious thing that you can do. And often the solutions are as simple as that.
Which comes to that point, ask for help. Most of us are so shy कि नहीं यार इससे पूछ लिया ये क्या. At the most they can say no to you, right? But what if they say yes? So you can also do this in the form of a bulb that makes into it. You can do it in the form of floating clouds, or you can do it in the form of a target practice, where you can write on each floor what are the targets you want to achieve. So I have a plan to get, I don't talk in weights, I'm talking a lot about weight loss, but I actually believe in something called inch loss, not weight loss. So I would be like, probably in the first week, I want to lose 1 inch, then probably 3 inches, then 5 inches, and then finally it hits the target. So this is a very great way to keep a visual representation. You just take a piece, make it out on a nice piece of paper, and you keep it in front of you, and you're always reminded to do this. So this is this mountain one that I made roughly that day. I want to lose weight. I want to do Rubik cubes and all. It's just one something. Another format that you can do is, so for finance ones, this will help people in the finance one. So for example, there's a certain amount of money you need to go on a vacation. So this is a thermometer. So you can make these taglines on it. If when you save your first 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, 20K. So as you keep on doing it, you can keep on circling it. So starting, I've got my first 1K, I've got my 2K. As you keep saving, you can go on doing it till you finish it. And when you finish it, you can give yourself a reward. That's how simply it works. So this is a method that I call manifestation. It really helps me because when you have the goal written, when you ask the right people that this is the goal I want, you will start working on it. Journaling in itself will not give you, like, it's not a magical something or something, but it's the fact that every night I have to fill my journal. It's a discipline. It's not a hobby. It's a discipline ki har raat baith ke I have to update. So when I update it, I know that this is what I need to do and this is what I don't need to do. This makes me a better person. All right, so I'm towards the end of this workshop again. So I have your doubts and questions right now. So this is a very, again, I'm telling you, this is a very small trailer to as to what this entire 1 month will be. It's very difficult to bring in a change in one day, and all the entire magic of this is consistency. How you can build up something, how you can do it is by doing this habit every day. When you'll come with me, when you'll sit and journal every day, when you'll at night when we meet and we will be talking about your goals and do it, that's how you will grow. So if you are a person who's having problems with consistency, with all this, please join me in this magic workshop. September, August, I saw so many wonderful responses, so many these things. I was completely taken aback by the some of the beautiful results that have happened, and I want to start this again for this time. So do let me know. I'm waiting a little bit for your questions and for your doubts so that we can take them. Meanwhile, tell me, guys, how did you find the workshop? How was this? How are you feeling right now? Let me, in fact, ask you a question.
Awesome, Sanchari.
Do you feel even 1% change?
Sanchari,
Yeah, sorry.
Sanchari Shilpi here. Another thing, your journals were beautiful, colorful, and had a lot of drawings and those things. So it's like, how do you get those ideas? How come all those creative things come to you? Because I
He is
am
a very
not at all
creative person.
I
She is a
am
very
in
creative
itself a
person.
very creative person. That's right. Plus, a lot of all of these ideas are not like completely mine, to be very honest. If you go on Pinterest, if you just look up journaling and all, you will see that there is a huge like a huge world of this. People are obsessed with journals. I am to no one. There are these doctors who make these journals and all. Kafi options hai isme. So like it's not like all of my designs or all of this is completely unique.
Think of this as an art, right? This in itself is an art. This is an art in itself.
It's an art, like it's absolutely. I also say, matlab, a lot of people in my journaling is my art, just like Niranjan has his art journals. This is my art and this is my journaling, and do it. Please do not get carried away ki itna attractive banana hai. This is very difficult. This is a lot of effort also. I'll be very honest. I teach a minimal. I recommend, Niranjan, can you show them your journal though? Maybe then they will feel a little better.
My journal. Okay. I'll need to log into the, please give me that time.
Just show it essay on the camera through this front camera only. The pre-populated journal, the one I made for you.
So yeah. So this cover was designed by Sansari. Okay. This amazing cover that you see. Let me put on the HD camera. So this,
So I've also dropped in a link where you people
cover
can tell me how
is
the
designed by Sansari. Then inside this boring writing with the paper that you're seeing, this is mine. So I just write. My journaling is very simple. I just write my important things to do for the day, top 3 priorities. And then at the end of the night, I probably, like certain nights, I just write how it went, or that's it. Even this is an extra paper I took and I stuck on. So simple as that.
So I have also shared, thank you so much, Niranjan. I've also shared a link where you can tell me your experience. Now, of course, like every event, I'll tell you how to take this forward. First of all, I'm not going to do a very hard sell because I don't want a lot of people in this program. This is a very personal program. Last time we were around 28 people who were regular in the workshop, and we really bonded every once or two evenings. We would come together, we would discuss our day, and we would start together, and I've seen tremendous change in them. I can only bring a change with a limited number of people, so I'm opening this workshop for a very limited amount. I just like art workshop, we can't have lot of people into this needs a lot of personal time. I would connect with them. Lot of people after 5-6 days would tell me, yaar nahi ho pa raha, I'm facing this issue, I'm facing this challenge. So this is for a very short, very little amount of people. I think I'll take max 25 to 26. I think that's the maximum number of people I'm ready to take. So in case you are interested, we are, oh, you can't see my screen. Sorry.
Yeah. Are you sharing something?
So in case you are interested in going through this entire journey, so I'm offering a very special price for all those who have attended this workshop today, because the first time I'm offering this. This will be for 2000 rupees for this entire month of October, which will include 8 classes, which will include meal trackers, plans, exercise plans, a vision board class, and also, of course, a lot of me time. You'll be asking me a lot of questions, and free journaling, as well as what do you say, affirmation guides. So honestly, to be very honest, there's not extraordinary something that is going to happen. You are paying 2000, so to enforce consistency, I will be asking you to join up every day and all. You are paying this to become consistent. I'll be very honest. You know how honest I am when it comes to these things. So we'll be building affirmations, a personal brand, this goal mapping. Today we did a small goal. There we will be doing exactly bigger goals, how to define them, how to do this. Habit trackers, which we couldn't do it today. I'll teach you how to build habit trackers. Gratitude is, of course, a very big part of this. I'm going to teach you something called the visual gratitude system. Then we are going to do de-stress ka art, how to vent, how to use these games. 7th is, of course, a surprise for you. So I have filled in a link for you guys. Please tell me how the experience was, so I can make this much better for you. So this is basically, and let me show you what is going to happen in the next classes. Affirmations, making a perfect day. I'll be sharing about my journey also, how I build it to inspire people. I think you people already know this journey. This is what happens when you build a journal, when you build consistency into this. So just like I used to do with these physical, then I also started keeping. किसी का था ना शीर्षासन करने का, look at my yoga progression also. It also started from somewhere. So I understand first and foremost how important it is to have a journal. I met my soulmate through a journal. I took my yoga journey through a journal. Everything that I wanted to do. So we'll be going through this journey all across this. That's it, guys. This is the September one. I wanted to show you, 2020 September, this was my habit tracker that I'd started there. Very normal diary. This was the diary I'd got in Diwali. Was not very good at it also. I just maintained it. Ab jaake I've started making these good formats. Vision board wala class is going to be fun. Last time everyone's favorite class was vision board. So that's it.
Yeah. Let's share the link. Let's share the registration link in the group as well.
Yeah, share the link. I will be sharing with you also the link later, so don't worry. I know it's almost 9. Most of you are rushing to cook meal for your partners, to feed your families and all, so I will not keep you long. We will share the link in the group itself. Parama, I'll show you the whole. It's not going to be proper every week. I'll show you. It's a very good question. Let me show you the plan for this. So this time, after asking a lot of people last time what should be this plan for it, I've made it such that some events are on Thursday, some are on Friday, some are on weekends. So you at least, even if you have a very busy schedule, you can join at least 30%, 50% of the events. I'll show you the date. And the timing this time I've decided. Last time we had done it from 9 to 9:30 every week, every day. But this time I've decided to do it on the pattern of, I'll ask whether you want to do it 8 to 9 or whether you want to do 9 to 10. Democracy will be. Recording will be shared. Just 1 minute. Let me show you the schedule. Yeah. Acha, my screen is not sharing. So it will start on 3rd. 3rd is 7 p.m. 3rd ka session we are doing it at 7 p.m. only because it's Friday orientation. 4th is Saturday. 4th Saturday again. This I'm going to change it from 4th to 5th probably. Then there's the next event is going to be on 14th. 17, 19. So this is all arbitrary. You might think कि यार ये तो कोई pattern ही नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. But the reason for this is every activity that I'll teach you that day will require certain amount of time. So for example, between 14 to 17, I'm giving you a long break because I want you to observe your habits. Between 19 to 22, it's just a vision board activity, so you can take 2 days to do it. And this way we will cross the entire month. So I want to keep you active throughout the month also.
Guys, so if you look into the WhatsApp group, okay, I'll also drop the link here in the chat. You will see that the link for the registration for the it is shared. You will notice that the price is rupees 4,000. You can, however, apply the coupon code. I am change. IMCHANGE. I am change to get a 50% off. But of course, this is only for limited number of people. The usage limit is 10.
Yeah. My plan is that 10 for the first 10 people, I'll give it to 2K. The rest of them, I'll give it at the higher original rate of this.
Yes. So you can only want to work with a few people here. So if you are interested in taking this journey forward and transforming yourself, you can, of course, join us right now.
Yeah, recording will be shared. In fact, most people who took the workshop with me last time, they almost all of them had babies or they were there. They would do it early in the morning. And since I am up in the early morning, they would contact me back then and there. This month, I'm also, since getting up early is one of my goals as well, I'm going to wake up in the morning and do morning art meditation. So you will have company when you do the journaling in the morning.
Yes. So I have shared the link here as well. Let's see who is. Tell me who's interested. Comment in I if you are going to come forward.
On their mental health will be interested. Don't worry.
Hi, me. Sanchari, where do we put the coupon code?
There is a space for the
I was
coupon
trying
code.
to log in.
So once you just open the link, you will see Parama Sharmila. You just open the coupon code right now. Debani, you just open. So just click the link. And once you click the link, you will see that, just let it open. Sansari, I think there is a server error. It's not working. I don't know if it's a server error.
It's not working for me also.
Never mind, guys. Server error.
Guys, go and have your dinner. Sit back, introspect the day today, and then finish it.
It's working. It's working. It's working. So once you just open it, you will see that there is a space. You know, there is a space for entering the coupon code. So you just slide.
It's not working for me, Niranjan.
It's working for me though. It's just working for me fine. You just slide it down. You will see that there is a coupon code, and you can just type in. You know, IM. Let me just try. IMCHANGE. I have typed it in this also.
Even your group name is going to be change makers because that's what you are going to be. You are no longer soul flowers, you're going to be change makers. So anyways, I was announcing the homework for that day.
It's working. IMCHANGE.
Okay, Niranjan, we can sell this course later. I am not looking at this course as something to sell and do it. He's so busy selling this. I want to make this into an exercise that people do it. and genuinely come here if you are planning to attend these sessions, whether live, recorded, whatever it is. Come here if you genuinely want to build a change, because my entire focus is on building a change into you. So there is no pressure into this, there's no onto this hard sell. Ekdam nahi hai. Just go home, but listen to the homework first today. Whatever these exercises that I've finished, please fill this entire exercise book that you do. Every exercise that you do, go through the recording, watch it again, and then fill it back again, and then do it and share with me. Okay. But now you can now Niranjan go ahead. My main purpose is to help mental health. So now you can take over, Niranjan. The code is I am change.
See if it's working.
You can register till tomorrow afternoon. I think I'll give you time, all of you, till tomorrow afternoon, because some of you will catch the recording also. But more than anything, please share with me, guys. And some of you had your issues of mental health, or you were asking me about your anxiety, reach out to me. I had said I'll tell you about the mental health wala bona ki how to stop over questioning yourself. So I'll share my template, which I keep on making a lot of times for myself. So it's called the worry tree. This is the part of the journal I use the most. I think, Niranjan, already 4 registrations have happened, right? So there are 10 seats being that kind of a thing. But
Let's see.
so this is the worry tree. First question is, what is it that you are worrying about? Then you think, is the worry...
I can see Shilpi, I can see Harish, I can see both of your registrations here so far.
I saw
Yes.
2 more coming, and maybe there's a server issue. Anyways, so first where is what am I worrying about? Then think about, is it a high current situation or a hypothetical situation? Most people think about the future and do. Then you think about, if it's a current one, can you act on it? If you can act on it, what, when, why? If you can act on it now, do it. Let the worry go, move on. If you cannot think about it, if you do it right now, you need to do it later. Schedule your work, let the worry go, move on. And if it's a hypothetical one, then let that shit go and move on. So it might seem very, isme kya hai itni badi baat, but when you look at your worry and look at a tree and do it, you will feel that most of your worries are in your head and you can get it done. That's it. So Devani can see. I think there's a server issue. You can keep on trying. It's there till tomorrow. I have to call a day today. Thank you so much for attending this workshop. I, of all people, understand that how struggling and how generally the life of women, men also, is so difficult, just getting through the day and do it. But trust me, you can build a change. The only one thing I can say is, even if 30, 35, 40, 45 years you have not been able to bring a change, not able to get a habit, give this one last chance. This, from today to till Friday, there is 1 week before the event starts. I'm going to keep this group active, going to share a lot. See the change that happens. Very possible. Yes, Harish, Parama, see you soon. I can't wait to connect with all of you and start the summit.
Yes, thank you, Parama. Yes, your name has been said. Thank you, Harish. Thank you, Shilpi. Shilpi has become a full soul flower now.
Yes, I have. I love it. In fact, this was the first time I made an account on Insta in these many years, and the first thing I saw was Soul Flow, and I just went. I just joined you guys.
Positive social media. In fact, one of the classes will cover this only, how to make social media into your luck magnet.
Lovely. Thank you.
By the way, I want to tell you something, Niranjan, is something I haven't shared. One of the participants from our last workshop, the August one, I made them do a love manifestation exercise, like how to make, she wanted to find an ideal partner and all. Today morning, I received a message from her, Dee, your magic really worked. I found this really randomly, some person, and we are connecting so well, he could be the one. I was very happy. This is like, I had not expected such a quick result, but it happened and it was so amazing. I can't wait to see the changes you guys bring into this. Okay, I have to stop recording.